So hey guys, my name is Aman Muleva bearing the USN 1VE21IS003, and today my topic is about file concepts and access methods from operating system. Let's cover the content. What is a file? File structure, file operations, access methods, file organization, and conclusion. What is a file? In computing, a file is a collection of data that is stored on a computer's hard drive or other storage devices. Files can contain anything from text documents to images, videos, and music. Each file is identified by a unique name and has a specific location within the file system. Files are an essential part of computing because they allow users to store and organize data in a way that is easy to access and manipulate. Without files, it would be challenging to work with large amount of information, and tasks such as editing documents or sharing photos would be much more difficult. Next topic is file structure. A file is made up of two main components, metadata and data. Metadata includes information about the file such as its name, size, and location on the computer. Data refers to the actual content of the file, such as text, images, and code. The structure of file can be visualized as a series of blocks, which each block containing a specific amount of data. The first block typically contains the file's metadata, while subsequent blocks contain the actual data. The size of each block can vary depending upon the file system being used. Next is file operations. File operations refer to the various tasks that can be performed on a file, such as reading, writing, and appending. Reading involves retrieving data from a file, while writing involves adding new data to the file. Appending involves adding new data to the end of an existing file without overwriting any existing data. For example, imagine you have a text file containing a list of names. If you want to add new name to the list, you would use the append operation to add it to the end of the file. If you wanted to change one of the existing names, you would use the write operation to override the old name with the new one. Access methods. Access methods are an essential aspect of file management as they determine how files are accessed and manipulated. There are various types of access methods, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. The first one is sequential access, direct access, index access, and hashed access. Sequential access. Sequential access is a method of accessing data in a file by reading it one record at a time from the beginning to the end of the file. This means that if you want to access a particular record in the file, you have to read through all the records that comes before it. An example for sequential search can be to visualize this process, imagine a long line of people waiting to enter a club. The bouncer can only let one person in at a time, and he has to check each person's ID before letting them in. If someone in the middle of the line wants to get in, they have to wait until the person in front of him walks past. Similarly, in sequential search, if you want to access a record in the middle of the file, you have to read through all the records that comes before it. Direct access. Direct access is a method of accessing data in a file that allows for random access of any part of the file without having to read through all the preceding data. This differs from sequential access, which requires reading through each preceding data until the desired record is reached. Direct access is particularly useful when dealing with large files or databases, as it can save time and improve efficiency. Example for direct access. One example of direct access is a database management system where records can be accessed by their unique key values. Another example is a file allocation table which keeps track of the allocation of each file on the disk and allows for quick access of any file on the disk. And this benefits of direct access are clear, faster access time, improved performance, and greater flexibility in managing data. Indexed access. The index access method is a file access technique that uses an index to allocate data and locate data within the file. This index is typically stored separately from the actual data and contains pointers to the location of each record or block of the data within the file. Example of indexed access. To access data using the index access method, the system first reads the index to determine the location of of the desired data. It then retrieves the data directly from the location without having to search through the entire file. This makes the index access method much faster than sequential access for larger files. Hashed access. Hashed access is a file access method that uses hash function to determine the location of the data within a file. This method is particularly useful for large files with many records as it allows for quick and efficient access to specific data. Benefits of hashed access. The benefits of hashed access includes faster access times and reduced disk space usage compared to other access methods. Additionally, this method can be used in conjunction with other access methods to further optimize the file access. File organization. File organization refers to the way a data is organized within a file. There are several methods of file organization, including sequential and random access. In sequential access, the data is stored in a linear fashion with each record following the one before it. This method is useful when data needs to be processed in a specific order, such as when printing reports or generating invoices. Random access, on the other hand, allows the direct access of any record within the file. This method is useful when the data needs to be accessed quickly and efficiently, without having to search through the entire file. An example of random access is an address book where you can quickly find the contact by searching for their name. Both methods have their advantages and disadvantages, and the choice of which method to be used is dependent upon the specific application. Conclusion. In conclusion, understanding the file concept and access method is crucial for anyone working with computers. Files are the backbone of storage data and management, and knowing how they work can help you optimize your workflow and reduce errors. We covered the basics of the file structure and operation as well as the different types of access methods and allocation methods. By mastering these concepts, you will be able to handle files more efficiently, reduce data loss, and improve your overall productivity. Whether you are a developer or a data analyst or just someone who works with files on a regular basis, taking the time to learn about file concepts and access methods will pay off in the long run. Thank you.